We need this. The youth and our areas need this.
Residents filled Brooklyn Park City Hall to discuss a topic that continues to generate heavy interest in the city. A plan to convert a city ice rink into basketball courts remains a hot topic. This week, more than a dozen community members addressed the issue at City Hall.
Every time we have practices and everything, we have to go to Maple Grove, we have to go to Crystal, we have to go to New Hope, we're in Robbinsdale.
This plan is the most sensible plan. We have money, we should use it. It's the most progressive plan. It brings us into the future.
I just think that there are other options on the table that we should explore together.
Senator John Hoffman did bring forward legislation last session that would dedicate $5 million for that ice rink conversion. But some residents wondered why the city would have to eliminate an ice sheet when they say those facilities are in high demand too. Brooklyn Park Mayor Hollis Winston says the plan does have to be a zero-sum game and all options are being explored.
Once we get a handle on the various options, we'll bring it, it'll be brought before council, and there will also be time for engagement from the community. So that's where things stand.
Residents point out that Brooklyn Park has grown 30,000 residents in the past 30 years, and amenities for youth haven't kept up. Osseo Gun Club customers learned this week that the business has decided to close. According to a message to customers, the owners said the closure was due to the prevailing business environment. The business did not elaborate further in a statement to CCX News. The Osseo Gun Club ran into controversy 2 years ago when it sent out an unapproved email promoting ammunition sales to customers for their, quote, trip to the hood. The club apologized but drew protests from the local chapter of the Black Panthers. The former site of Plymouth's Dundee Nursery underwent a massive transformation. As Delane Cleveland reports, staff members of the new Twin Cities Orthopedics Clinic in Plymouth hope to attract people of all ages.
We're excited to be here, to say the least.
At the corner of Highway 55 and Rockford Road is a building that's hard to miss. And for officials with Twin Cities Orthopedics, that's basically the point.
In our previous site, we were providing great service, but we weren't very visible to the community.
Lack of visibility in the old West Health building is part of the reason why TCO opened this 70,000 square foot campus in early September.
We've been envisioning ourselves in a larger footprint in Plymouth for years.
Chris Bailey is TCO's Chief Development Officer. He says they wanted a larger footprint, not just to be more visible, but to provide more services.
We can take care of all orthopedic care here, from the young to the old, spine, total joints, sports medicine, foot and ankle, hand, wrist. We can do it all here.
The building also has an orthopedic urgent care option for anyone in need of immediate help.
Yeah, you can come up, see us as an unassigned patient. We take all insurance types. We want to be accessible to the community.
Nice job, down, push.
It's also not a bad place to do rehab work, which is something that Marin Johnson and Sydney Schmidt of Delano High School discovered the hard way.
So I tore my ACL during high school season, my junior year. A girl came in and tackled me, and I screamed so loud. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Longtime friends and high school teammates who both suffered injuries to the same knee and went to TCO for treatment.
They all care about you as a person, not only just as an athlete, but just as a person. They just care so much about you.
Sometimes that care requires some tough love.
And down, push.
Especially when it comes to work in the weight room.
Oh.
But the hard work pays off if it means being able to get back on the field.
Even though I was out for a year and it really sucked, I want to go into PT now and pursue a career in that, and I never would have found that if it weren't for my injury.
Yes, Sid!
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Early next year, TCO Plymouth will also have an orthopedic surgery center, along with sleeping accommodations for people who need to recover on site. A restaurant and nightclub in Brooklyn Center has plans to relocate within the city. The Brooklyn Center City Council approved plans for Jambo Africa to move to a new space this week. That restaurant is currently located on Freeway Boulevard. They plan to move to a building on John Martin Drive. That building currently houses the new King Buffet restaurant. Tires Plus also used to be in the building. Jambo Africa expects to remodel the interior and build a seasonal patio. And in this week's School Spotlight, I introduce you to an Osseo grad who's giving back to Minnesota kids by building bird feeders and character.
We're going to do some bird lessons and some bird feeder building and woodworking.
On Wednesday morning at Cedar Island Elementary,
Good morning.
Carl Erickson,
So birds come by and eat the bugs
played teacher,
that eat our food.
with a lesson
So pest control, okay?
that's a bit unconventional.
You are part of a project that I'm trying to do to try to help 10,000 fourth graders build a bird feeder in their classroom.
And across the hall,
Hey, now we're gonna go like this.
the fourth graders got to work.
You're gonna put a nail on the top and the bottom, okay?
That build goes beyond the classroom.
Because not every day we get to build birdhouses. This is really, really fun.
They're kind of paying those skill sets forward to, have kids experience success in all these different classrooms and youth programs.
This is the 44th school getting in on the action.
I like days that are more different, like not just normal, like this. This is actually fun, not math.
At the end of the day, every kid here is a success story. Every kid finishes their project.
You wanna put 4 nails in these ones?
These tools touch their teachers too. It's made possible by Elpis Enterprises. It's a job training program for at-risk young adults.
It also offers up an opportunity for an intern who's interested in a career in childcare or education or youth programming in some other fashion.
Let's do this one first.
Valentina Wana is a part of Carl's team.
It was like my first real technical job, and I was like, it just stuck. I was like, I'm really good at this.
It's given her confidence that she can take throughout her career.
Perfect.
And it helps the kids too.
This is kind of a confidence builder that allows them to go into the next subject ready to go for the next thing.
It gives youth something to take home.
Everybody today is going to be a success story.
In more ways than one. The land of 10,000 diverse fourth grade birdwatchers doesn't cost schools a cent. Sterling Custom Homes, whose owner is also an Osseo Schools grad, is paying to make 1,000 birdhouse lessons possible.
The Wayzata boys soccer team is the top seed for the state Class 3A tournament after winning the title last year. The Trojans opened up play against a Lake Conference rival in the quarterfinals. Jay Wilcox has the highlights.
Top seed Wayzata faces St. Michael Albertville for a third time this season in the state boys soccer quarterfinals in the rain. Wayzata strikes early. The pass across to Jackson Widman, who mishits it, but Aiden Judicus is there to bury it. Just 5:40 into the match, and it's 1-0 Trojans. A great goal here as Miles Redmond draws 2 defenders and then finds Lassi Koivukangas for the quick turnaround shot. Wayzata controls the first half to lead 2-0 at halftime. And they keep coming. Charlie Pillar with a low free kick, and Koivukangas redirects it in early in the second half. It's 3-0. Judicus gets his second of the night. He pushes it past the defender and then rolls it under the keeper coming out. Wayzata rolls to a 4-0 lead. They tack on one more as Koivukangas deflects it to Kobe Stolman for the chip shot. The game is called early due to lightning. Wayzata rolls to a 5-0 win to advance to the semifinals. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The Wayzata girls soccer team is the second seed for the state Class 3A tournament. Tuesday night, the once-beaten Trojans were playing for a spot in the state semifinals.
A rainy night in Edina for the Class 3A quarterfinals as the Trojans faced Lakeville North. First half, and off a great Estby corner kick for Wayzata, the ball is headed in by Nicole Mahamadi. The Trojans strike first and lead 1-0. That's the score at halftime. Second half, and Estby with another corner kick. This one caroms around out front for a while before Davey Mokelke knocks it in for a goal. Sofia Alvarez posts the shutout in net as Wayzata wins 2-0. The Trojans play in the state semifinals next Tuesday morning at U.S. Bank Stadium against the winner of this Thursday's Maple Grove White Bear Lake match.
Class 6A football teams open the playoffs on Friday night. Many teams in the smaller enrollment classes, though, started play on Tuesday.
Park Center football at home Tuesday to take on Irondale in the Class 5A Section 6 quarterfinals. First quarter, the Pirates' Chris Roberts with a clean punt block. Cullen O'Rourke scoops it up and runs it in 36 yards for a touchdown. The Pirates grab an early 7-0 lead. The Pirates' defense stuffed the Knights all evening. Peter Okafor and Lottie Alagbashu combine on a tackle for loss on the Irondale running back. Second quarter, still 7-0 when DeAnthony Miller gets loose. The junior running back takes this handoff and goes 35 yards deep into Knights territory. A couple of plays later, Isaac Davis looking to throw, but then the Pirate quarterback takes off and runs, beating the defensive back to the end zone. It's a 9-yard scoring play, and the Pirates are up 13-0. Then right before halftime, it's Davis tossing a pass to Miller for a touchdown. The Pirates lead 19-0, and that's the final. Park Center is now 4-5 on the season and plays in the section semifinals Saturday afternoon at top-seeded Rogers.
Benilde St. Margaret's, Breck, and Providence Academy were other local winners in section football Tuesday and now move on to their respective section semifinals on Saturday. In section 5 4A volleyball, the semifinals are set. Hopkins meets top-seeded Wayzata at 5 p.m. Thursday, followed by Maple Grove Champlin Park at 7 o'clock that night. Both matches are at Wayzata High School and can be seen live here on CCX. That's all for sports. More CCX News after this.
I love you.